Taurus G2C. Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my newest addition to my gun collection, the Taurus G2C 9mm. In 2013, Taurus released the PT111 Millennium G2, which was the second generation in the PT111 series of handguns. I had always considered purchasing a PT111 G2 because it was very lowly priced at only around $200, and yet I had heard from a variety of sources that it was a high quality and reliable handgun. The only thing that kept me from purchasing a PT111 G2, however, was the fact that it came with a safety lock on it. Basically, you insert a key into the lock in the firearm, and the entire firearm is rendered completely inoperable. I do not like that for a variety of reasons that I will not go into now, just because that's not the purpose of this video. But anyway, I was just not going to purchase any firearm with a safety lock on it. To be honest with you, I didn't really have a need for this gun. It doesn't fulfill any roles for a firearm that my other guns don't fulfill already. However, a $200 handgun that's well made, high quality, and reliable, I just thought, why not own one? Alright guys, so here you see the handgun itself. There are several things that I like about this handgun, and several things that I don't like that much. But again, this gun is only $200, and you're getting a lot of gun for the money with this one, that is for sure. So the first thing that I like about this handgun is its overall size. This is a very practical size. It's small, compact, and light enough to conceal carry on you, and yet it's large enough to get a full firing grip over. You know, this is a fighting handgun. This is something that you can use to defend your life with. As far as purposes for this handgun go, I think it would be an excellent choice for concealed carry, for home defense, for casual shooting on the range, or as a sidearm in a disaster or SHTF situation. The ergonomics of this gun are just exceptional. It's got a very aggressive grip texturing on it, which is great for when your hands are wet or slippery. It's also got these places here for your thumbs, which are very comfortable, plus these things here for your index fingers as well. Overall, it's just a very ergonomic handgun to hold, and like I said, you can get a full firing grip on this handgun despite its overall small size. The magazines for this gun seem to be high quality. It ships with two 12-round magazines. They have a polished bluing finish on them, it looks like, with this yellow follower, which I like because it serves as a visual indicator that the weapon is empty when the slide locks empty. They've also got this nice plate on here so that you can get a full firing grip. You have two witness holes on the side, one for 6 rounds and one for the full 12 rounds. The trigger on this gun is pretty unique because it has restrike capability. We have a bladed safety on here, just like on a Glock. And the trigger, I've got to say, though, I'm not the biggest fan of. There's a lot of slop and play in it here, as you can see. Just a lot of play in it. However, once you bring it back all the way and get to the break, it's a very light and crisp snap, like such. And if the weapon were to fail to fire, you would get restrike capability. So you can pull the trigger again, and this time the trigger pull is much heavier than it was before, but you do have that ability with this gun, and that's pretty awesome. The gun cycles, though, you go back to the original trigger mode where there's a lot of slack and play in it. Normally I would complain about that, but again, this gun is only $200, so you can't have everything for that price, right? One thing about this gun that I am not that big of a fan of is the fact that there is a manual thumb safety on here. I personally do not prefer safeties on a defensive firearm, and if I were to conceal carry this handgun as part of my EDC, I would carry it with the safety off. Having a safety like that is just one more thing that you have to train with. You have to train yourself through muscle memory to always make sure that the safety is off when you draw the firearm. And even if you do carry this gun with the safety off, there's a chance that it could flip on its own. That's why you need muscle memory to ensure that the safety is always off when you draw the firearm. The safety is also only on the left-hand side of the weapon. It is not on the right-hand side of the weapon, and neither is the slide release. So this gun is not very left-handed friendly. It is made for right-handed shooters. If you were to draw this weapon with your left hand while the safety is on, I found that the only way you can really do it is to bring your thumb around like that, flip it off, and then get into a firing position. So overall, I am not a big fan of the safety on this handgun. And as long as they were going to have a safety on it, I think that they should have had the safety along with the slide release on the left hand or the right hand side as well, so that it can be good for both right-handed and left-handed shooters. Field stripping this weapon is super easy. Just eject the magazine, confirm that it's unloaded. You're going to want to bring this notch here back over to the tabs right here, pull down the tabs, and then while the tabs are lowered, pull the trigger, and the whole slide comes right off of the frame. And then you would proceed to remove your barrel and spring. And as you can see, it's very Glock-like on the inside of the slide and on the inside of the frame. Nothing really too original there. Just pop the slide back over the frame for reassembly. Function check. And you can reassemble the gun just like that. So what are my overall impressions of this handgun? My overall impressions are very favorable. For $200, I think you're getting a lot of gun for the money with this. Like I said, it's a very reliable handgun, and it's a very practically sized handgun. It's small enough to conceal carry on you, and yet it's large enough to get a full firing grip over and fight with. So it's a very practically sized handgun. If you are on the market for a 9mm semi-automatic handgun that you could use for home defense and for concealment, and if you don't have a lot of money to spend on one, this is without question one of the greatest options that you have on the market right now. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you learned a lot in this video. If you did like this video, give it the thumbs up and subscribe. I am going to be releasing a torture test of this gun coming out here soon in the next week or so. I am looking forward to that, and I'm going to be releasing a lot more videos coming up here soon as well. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.